The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, 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 what's up, everyone? Welcome to another version of Soul Take. My name is Kevin Cameron, and in the studio with us today, the fellas to my right is Mr. JT, James Taylor. What's up, JT?
What's going on, Kev? How you doing?
Hey.
Kev, everybody, all of our listeners.
Ready to get
right now? I'm in a bad mood. I'm not real happy with our Steelers. So
okay, hey, what I'm hearing, or I should say, what I'm reading online as well. You're not by yourself, JT. You're not by yourself, man. Okay, Mr. Ken Craig.
What is up?
In the middle of your screen. What's going on, Ken?
What is up? I think we got to switch the names.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think it's.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, that's all right.
You're right.
That's all right.
You're right.
Switch JT and I.
Or switch seats, right?
Yeah,
one or the other. We'll figure it out during the break. We'll get it right. We'll get it right.
It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Yeah, I would have loved some trade talk.
Yeah.
On this Tuesday, but I guess we'll just talk about a win.
Yeah. Hey, we always say we love doing the show after a Pittsburgh Steelers victory.
Overreaction Tuesday.
Yeah. But it's good.
But it's a good one.
It's good when we win and we overreact.
Absolutely.
Off of a win versus overreaction or overreacting after a loss, right? And what we'll do, we'll make sure we take phone calls to JT to see if there's some other people upset. The NFL trade deadline, everyone should know, was 4 p.m. today. The Steelers didn't do much of anything. Well, didn't make any trades, so we'll talk about that. They did make some roster moves, nothing really significant. Okay, unless you had some personal ties to maybe a Beanie Bishop,
or we might have amped up our practice squad a little bit.
Yeah,
or is that too low on the totem pole to discuss?
I know,
today?
right? I was going to say Mike Tomlin really didn't feel like talking about the practice squad today. So we
also just to interrupt, we also never talked about Kyle Duggar because that broke right at the end of our show last week.
Yeah.
So we have not covered Kyle Duggar, but now
Kyle Duggar, the safety that came in last Thursday,
that is correct,
was a significant piece to the Steelers defense.
Yes.
I'm sure that'll take up a whole segment.
Yeah. Well, he got playing time, man. Like we talked about on the way in.
Got on a moving train.
It wasn't anything splash or, anything like that, but it might be a solid piece to get us until we get
what's his name? Right?
What's his name back? Until we get the Sean Elliott back.
Or Minka, maybe. It's too late for Minka now.
We're not allowed.
Too late.
Yeah, we
unless
can't.
they release him.
Well, but I think they still have to wait since they traded him, don't they?
Did they trade Minka?
No, I'm saying since the Steelers traded him, don't they? Isn't there a time frame?
I think it's a 2-year or 3-year wait.
You're right. Mm-hmm. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, we can't.
We learned that from the Deion Johnson trade, right?
Deontay Johnson.
But it's still a process where you could get them back. I just can't remember.
Well, that's if he goes on waivers. That's if he goes on waivers and he clears them all.
Yeah, something to that effect. But here's what we're doing, everyone. If you would like to call in and be a part of the conversation, you can do that. JT, what's the number?
412-213-8995. 412-213-8995. And the text is 412-218-3888.
All right. So we didn't have a Black and Gold post-game show this past Sunday, but hopefully the next day game, we will resume our Black and Gold post-game show. So again, everyone, if the Steelers play during the day, anything but a night game, we'll be doing our Black and Gold post-game show directly from Cloud 33 Cigar Lounge in Pittsburgh, PA, Penn Hill Shopping Center. And we do that for 3 hours directly after the game. Now, let's hop right into it, fellas. If you're new to the show, those of you watching and listening, we do 4 30-minute segments. And we'll let you know what we'll be discussing. Even those online, you could look online as well on YouTube to see all the different topics for today. This particular segment, we will talk, I was hoping we would be talking about the Steelers trades. So we'll have to talk about our feelings regarding the Steelers staying put, not making a move, and we'll have to talk about some other trades that some other teams made as well. So JT, you were pretty fired up about the Steelers not making a move. So exactly. I'm gonna throw it over to you.
Well, number one, with everything you've done so far this year, preseason and during the season, you would figure, I mean, it looks like, okay, we're trying to get better to win right now. Okay. You brought on Jonnu Smith, you brought on DK Metcalf. And, and like I said last week, and the week before, or whatever, if anything happens to DK Metcalf, we might as well just shut it down, period, because there is really no backup, number one, not even a number two, because and that's the main reason, to alleviate some of that pressure off of DK, and we've been doing it with tight ends, 3 tight ends. Okay, but where is that? We need
3,
somebody.
4, try 4.
Well,
maybe
Connor
even
Hayward,
maybe even 5 if you include Spencer. What's Spencer's last name? Anderson. Spencer Anderson.
Yeah, but I'm talking about. I mean, and these guys have all been significantly contributing from Connor Hayward in the first downs and the tush push, the Connor Hayward tush push, Jonnu Smith and Mount Washington. I mean, these guys, they caught some balls in traffic the other day that were pretty, you know what I'm saying? That was like some wide receiver-esque type grabs. But yeah, for them not to do anything, and for instance, Rashid Shaheed, he went to where, the Seahawks for a 4th and or 6th round pick. Come on, man. Mm-hmm. Seriously.
But you just can't look at that.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can, because
hear me out. Hear me out. The reason I'm saying you just can't look at that, you have to look at the player's current contract status. Did he have future years on his contract? I don't know.
Yeah, listen.
I mean, it matters, because if you have a player,
like what you would call it, for instance, okay, you're saying if they're looking at their contract, which Sauce Gardner, he just signed a new deal.
Right, but I think what you're coming from, like with Jacoby Jones, it would be
Jacoby Myers.
Jacoby Myers, sorry.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it would be a rental situation.
It's a rental situation. Yeah, but still, what do you think you're doing now, basically?
I'm saying you have to factor it in, is the only thing I'm saying. Just is more than just giving up the draft picks. All right.
The biggest thing is get them on your roster. Okay, I'm sure Rashid Shaheed, with his speed, number one, and Calvin Austin's speed, and DK Metcalf and these hosts of tight ends, I think he would have been an amazing piece to it, because he stretches the field. And now you're going to try to who you're going to double cover with that type of speed, as well as DK Metcalf and these tight ends. So I'm a little PO'd about that.
Okay.
And also, I just, for as much as they talked about being active in buying and selling and doing all this and that, I didn't see anything. They got Marquez Valquez-Scantling to the practice squad. Okay. What else? Just nothing splashing to say to me like they really wanted to get better by the deadline.
Yeah, and I think I don't disagree. I would have loved a splash play or a splash move, but I also think that it has to make sense for everybody. I don't think bringing in a rental for this year would have technically made sense for the capital that we would have had to give up. right? And I think you have to put that in play.
And that's the only thing I'm saying.
If we're bringing in a rental, if we're bringing someone in and then re-signing them or re-upping them, cool. As long as it makes sense, right? But
but Shaheed to me wouldn't be no big, major hit on your financial pocket.
No, I don't think so. I think he's making what, $2.1 million. He signed a 1 year, $5.2 million contract last year, or extension with the Saints. So it looks like Seattle
440 yards and 2 touchdowns this season.
And it looks like Seattle's picking up 2.1 million of it. So that. But again, I think my biggest question here, when we're talking about the offensive side of it, right, is the draft capital that we would have had to give up to take or to bring on a wide receiver. Do we have enough targets to justify bringing on a number 2 wide receiver? Like, do we have enough targets, right?
Yes.
When Aaron Rodgers is averaging 30 attempts per game, right? DK is averaging 5 targets per game. Muth is averaging 3.1 targets per game. Calvin Austin III, 4 targets per game. Jonnu Smith, 4 targets per game. And Washington, 2.5.
Well, I'm going to go back to the last game, and I can tell you why the number is probably even lower than that for real, because why? 6 turnovers cuts the field in half. Or, you know what I'm saying? Now you're not dealing with 4th down punt. You're getting turnovers. So there's a good chance you're getting good field position.
That's one game. Every other game.
I understand that.
We've lost the time of possession. What is 7 of the 8 games that we've played.
What I'm saying, though, is those targets go down when you have 6 turnovers.
I disagree with that.
Of course you do.
I think the targets should increase because even though you have a shorter field, you have more possessions. Okay, so, and even though you're in the red zone, you can still pass the ball, just like Frymuth at a 12-yard TD.
And Aaron Rodgers has had happy feet too. So, yeah, because think about it.
Yeah.
It takes longer for a play to develop with a tight end than it does with wide receivers. Like as far as short splash plays. To me, look, I mean, I'll give a perfect example. Mount Washington at the goal line. He wasn't even looking.
Yeah.
He wasn't even ready.
No.
Yeah. But the situation with having a true number 2, Ken, that was brought up as far as the way the offense is structured. But you good coaches adjust based on the personnel that they have.
Yeah.
Right. So if you have a true number 2 in here, I would think that they would make an adjustment and get those targets to the people that they need to get the targets to.
Right. And
defenses have to set up different now.
That as well.
I agree. Yeah. I definitely agree. I think, though, in my mind, I'm talking about like justifying the draft capital. Would I love a number 2 in here? Absolutely. Or a bona fide number 2, right? Absolutely. But where we're at in our game, like, are we even feeding Metcalf yet? Right? 5 targets a game? Is that, if Fryermuth, 3 targets a game?
What I blame that on is Arthur Smith's offense.
Yeah, that's
point blank.
My point. My point exactly. So why are we throwing future draft capital at something if we're going to put we're going to put a number 2 over here and not throw him the ball?
Well, because you got to have a number 2.
I still think we need a true number 2,
without a doubt.
And I was hoping during this deadline that we will have a true number 2. So if you bring a true number 2 in, you have to find the right way to use a true number 2.
Mm-hmm.
The bottom line with Arthur Smith's offense is effective, right? Because I'll have to go back and take a look, but I think the Steelers are doing pretty good points per game. And again, that's what I look at. Okay. I don't look at total yards and all that stuff on both sides of the ball. I look at points allowed for the defense and points scored for the offense. Okay. I care how it's done, but the number 1 priority is get points up on the board. That's how you win. And if anybody saw that game last night, that's where Dallas had a problem.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't score, even though their defense is considered the weak link on the team, they couldn't score, so they lost.
Yeah. So,
And who picked Arizona? Did either one of you? I thought somebody picked Arizona last week.
no, I don't think so, but I wish I did. But to your point, we're putting up, as of right now, through week 8, 25.2 points per game.
And most of those are coming in the first half. How many? Because many of these games this year already, we've scored our first drive, or you know what I'm saying, first and second drives. We were at 14. Think about it.
I don't. Yeah, it's either first half or the fourth quarter.
I'm saying.
But
I don't really remember the Steelers having big halftime leads. I think
I didn't. No. I never say anything about big halftime leads. But I'm just talking about.
Well, I'm just thinking. I know they scored 17. I'm trying to go off the top of my head against Green Bay. I think the halftime score was 17-9, right? And the Steelers end up losing that game. What, 25? Was it 30?
35-25.
35-25 or something like that.
Okay. What's happening to the second half?
Well, that's where I was trying to think through it.
And then
this past Sunday, what was score at halftime? 17-7? Was it 17-7?
Yeah, Pittsburgh was up 17-7 because or was it 14? Nope.
I think it might have been 17-7.
Regardless, they scored once. From, was it 27-17 was the final score?
Yeah, it was 17-7 at half.
At halftime.
And they scored 10 points.
And scored 10 points in the second half. So, yeah, so that's something, JT, I didn't look at. First half points versus second half points.
Exactly.
We're actually based on, hold on. We have 8 first half touchdowns and 9 second half touchdowns.
Okay.
So that's not counting field goals, but
yeah,
touchdown wise, second quarter.
And how many? I think three of those or 4 of those 9s came against Cincinnati.
Yeah, second quarter we have 6 touchdowns in the second quarter and 7 touchdowns in the fourth quarter.
So you figure,
so it's pretty even.
Yeah, but you're averaging a touchdown, not even a touchdown a half for the season. Right?
Repeat that.
You're not even averaging a touchdown a half for a season. Think about it. You said we have 9 second half touchdowns.
No, I think you are. If you're averaging 25 points a game, you're at. I mean, that's 21 points.
He said we have 8 touchdowns, 8 first half touchdowns this year, right?
So 8 first half touchdowns.
How many
9 second half touchdowns.
Right. That's 17. That's 17 touchdowns over 8 games.
Yeah. I'm talking about.
So that's a touchdown and a half.
16 a half. 16 halves, and we have 17 touchdowns. So we're averaging 1 per half.
One per half,
basically. Yeah. Right. That sucks. That sucks with this even the offense we have.
I don't think 25 points average per game sucks. I think that's pretty good.
Kev,
I think that's pretty good.
Kev, look at this. Like I said, our teams have been coming back. How many games this year have you watched?
So have we had a scoring problem or a stopping the opponent problem?
We didn't have a scoring problem against Cincinnati and the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
You say we did or we didn't?
We did not.
Okay.
We scored against Cincinnati and the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
Now, second half against Seattle, what did we do? Nathan.
Yeah, that's when we get shut out that second half, right?
Exactly. Even what did we do against Minnesota in the second half? I mean, if you look at these games, at first, you're sitting back thinking like some people are cracking a cold one. Some people are drinking a pop. Some people might be having a coffee. But guess what? In some of these first half games, you're thinking like, oh, man, this is the day when we're not going to have to worry about being the cardiac kids. You know what I'm saying? But that all changes at halftime. Teams make adjustments. Arthur Smith gets conservative. And we're back to this like this.
Look, it's not too many teams that are scoring more than.
Kev, I'm not worried about other. I'm talking about our team.
I know, and hold on.
Well, you compared against your competition. That's how you win games.
Against Minnesota, we put up 14 in the first half and 10 in the second half.
Okay.
Seattle, we did 6 and 8. Yeah, we only had 3 in the second half. That was the one game. But I think the point here is,
and then we got transition guys.
I think the point here is, like, I would have much rather seen some investment on defense. Personally, I know it's already the highest paid, but we still got big holes on defense.
Yeah. So since you brought up defense, and by the way, I looked up the offensive stats. Steelers are 13th in points scored, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
All right, so the Steelers defense dominated, fellas, in the win over the Colts. Okay, is the defense back? And is T.J. Watt back? Now, let me preference this question. Hold on.
I just want to ask a question. You ask that same question every week. Is T.J. Watt back? Is T.J. Watt here? Come on, man. Listen.
Can I finish my question first?
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be the Charles Barkley.
The reason that I'm asking if T.J. Watt is back, because sitting there watching the game, I felt as though a splash play was needed. And who made the splash play? It was T.J. Watt. T.J. Watt started the momentum going in the right direction for the Steelers in the second quarter when he came around the end, got a strip sack. Not only did he get a strip sack, right, he recovered the ball as well.
Which, yeah, that was crazy.
And I think that propelled the defense.
I don't know if anyone has taken the time to really watch that play in slow motion. His bend on that play, I mean, he was so close to the ground.
Parallel to the ground.
Yeah, and then to reach up and knock that ball out, it takes phenomenal athleticism. Do I think he's back? To answer your question, I hope he is, because we need him to make these kind of splash plays.
We have absolute. So yes or no?
Not after this yet.
Okay.
I don't think he's ever been gone. Okay. I just don't think the rest of the defense has played like they should. Okay, here's why.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a really good point.
Think about it. Jonathan Taylor was a non-factor in this game.
He was.
Period. Non-factor. And Mason against the Vikings, Jordan Mason, non-factor.
And explain to people, though, JT. Explain to people, Jonathan Taylor, the reason that's important. I mean, he came in as the leading rusher in the NFL on the leading offense in the NFL.
And the number one team in the NFL, because, look, number one, they're talking about Jonathan Taylor is going to be the one who was going to break LaDainian Tomlinson's touchdown record. And this guy was just, he's Mr. Everything. But like I said, I mean, the Steelers, for the most part, what I was pleased with more than anything was not the line of scrimmage, even more so defensive line of scrimmage in the trenches. I was more impressed with the linebacker play, the outside linebacker play, and the secondary.
I'm glad you brought that up. How did Alex Highsmith look?
Look, what did I say on the way down here? I said, dang, I was eating some humble pie.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah.
But once again,
but that's a good wrong. That's a good wrong.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I was like, oh, no, he's hurt again. Remember?
You're right.
You're right. Oh, man, not again. Yeah. But they taped the ankle up, and it didn't seem like it seemed like it actually helped him for real.
Yeah.
But, right. The outside linebacker play, the middle linebacker, Peyton Wilson, dude. Come on now. Can't say enough. But this guy, he's getting PT.
Yep.
Okay, that's the other thing. And Joey Porter was down to what? Maybe 3 pass interference calls as opposed to 5. I mean, he made,
but the defense showed up and showed
out. They did,
right? But
I mean, Peyton Wilson was flying around too.
I'm with you, Ken, with T.J. Watt and with this defense. I need to see more.
Yeah.
Okay, it was a good start in the right direction. Now the Steelers defense need to make it game in and game out.
Well, and to JT made a really good point about when T.J. Watt has triple coverage on him, right? When he's being triple teamed, that opens up for other players to make plays. Like last game against Indianapolis Colts, where our defense was making plays. You saw Cam rushing. You saw people attacking the quarterback, right? Like, that's where then they have to, okay, maybe move someone off of TJ, right? Then that opens it up better for TJ. Like, they have to play complementary football, even on the defensive side of the ball.
And you know where I think they learned? You know where I think they learned a lesson though?
What's that?
Chase Brown and the Cincinnati Bengals.
And that's where I was going around the NFL as well.
But the Steelers took the Cincinnati Bengals lightly. And the reason why I say that is the guys that were the running backs, the top running backs that were coming in that was supposed to shred the Steelers, Josh Jacobs, Jordan Mason, Jonathan Taylor, Quinshon Judkins, didn't do anything. It's the ones that hadn't done nothing all season. The Chase Brown, the backup running back for and the backup running back for Green Bay,
Elijah Wilson,
right? So these are I think they took that too lightly, and
they had them on their heels.
They had them. Yep. But as far as these
that
top
up to a Thursday night game, really.
No, but look,
if we shut down, we shut down.
They played Sunday too.
I said Thursday night game,
but they also played Sunday
and they're
as well.
better at it. That's my point. They're better at it. There's no worse team that plays Thursday night football than the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm sorry.
Kev, they're all NFL professionals.
Yeah, but you do some things better.
Look, that has nothing to do.
Teams still do things better than other teams.
They got it in their mind that they suck on Thursdays.
Well,
okay,
it's a reason.
You got to change that.
It's a reason that the Cleveland Browns come in here and they lost 22 straight regular season games here in Pittsburgh. I mean, because they just can't win here. Those things happen.
Right.
Those things happen. But around the NFL, you brought up Cincinnati.
Yes.
Cincinnati's defense can't stop anyone, and
they couldn't stop us.
Exactly? What a lot of people don't realize, if the Steelers would have had the ball last, they would have lost that game on a Thursday night, right? The only reason they won that game because we gave the ball back to the Cincinnati's offense. Okay, now in Cincinnati, you have the offensive players pointing fingers after they lost to Chicago. Right, pointing fingers that they couldn't even get a stop.
Yep.
Look at these backup quarterbacks, man, looking like a super duper quarterback. Your Jacoby Brissett's, your Joe Flacco. So you know what I'm saying? These guys are
Daniel Jones.
Mm-hmm. Well, what about the quarterbacks?
I'm just saying these guys are they're putting big numbers up against decent teams, dude.
Yeah, they are. All right, so the Colts. What did you all think about them getting Sauce Gardner from?
I think it was an amazing move.
Amazing, yeah. I think I'm happy they did it this week and not last week. Let's start there. Second,
and we got 2 minutes.
I do think that it was a kind of final piece to their puzzle, right? I think they have a really strong defense. Sauce is going to help shut down half of the field. I think it was a huge move for them. Their offense looks great. Again, happy it happened this week and not last week.
Well, my thing is, and Tomlin hit on this a little bit where I totally agree with him, okay? I don't understand why on earth and I'm sure they've gotten offers from other teams, like, for instance, your Micah Parsons, okay? Would the Dallas Cowboys trade somebody that dominating into their own conference?
Exactly. Now, the Cowboys, they made a splash today. Defensive tackle Quentin Williams, also from the Jets. So I'm not sure what the Jets are doing, but it was a good pickup.
Yeah,
for Dallas.
They dumped a lot of money.
How many first-round picks did they get out of those two trades?
3 total.
3.
Yep, 3.
The Jets?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And 3. A second-round pick.
Mm-hmm.
So why do you bring that up?
Well,
do you think the Jets made out, or do you think Dallas made out?
If you're going in a rebuilding phase, yes.
They know they need
but these guys that they're getting rid of are young guys.
Well, they've been paid, though.
Yeah, they're not.
But they're still young guys.
How long has Quentin Williams been in the NFL? 7 years?
Something like that. I don't know
how much you think he has left? For real, to establish.
He's been in for 6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was too old.
Year, right?
Yeah. He's completed 6 years.
Yeah,
of
so this
NFL.
is his seventh year.
So he's on his second contract right now.
Yes, he is.
So that's not bad.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but my thing is 7 years. How long do defensive tackles usually last in the NFL at playing at a top rate? Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
How long has Cam Hayward been here?
Cam Hayward's been here a very long time.
35 years.
Oh, okay. That's what, but I'm just asking the question.
Since you're bringing up a question, he's been here a long time. Actually, I have a trivia question I wanted to ask about Cam Hayward, and
he has a
past a break, but we'll take a break right after this trivia question. Okay, so
and there was a hiatus with his play on the field.
I didn't think so. All right, but Cam Hayward last game finished with 4 tackles, 1 quarterback hit, and 2 passes defensed. He has played in 219 regular season games for the Steelers, which ranks
14 years.
Ranks third in franchise history and first among defensive players. So again, third in franchise history. Who are number 1 and number 2 for the Steelers?
In
regular season games played.
Let's see. I'm going to have to go with.
Do you need time to think? You could come back after the break and answer that if you will.
Yeah, let's come back after
after the break. All right, so we'll go ahead and take a break. So what we'll do when we come back for the second segment of Soul Take today, we will continue to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers victory, the defense being dominant, no trade activity the Steelers got into, but other teams, as you heard, got into some trades. We'll talk Dodgers beating the Blue Jays in the World Series. We'll talk the Pittsburgh Penguins and recap of the game last night against Toronto and the game coming up. And we will have a Steelers versus Chargers preview. We'll do all of that and more when we return.
School party. Yes. Each Saturday, we throw it back with some of the best old school music, funk, R&B, old school, rap, hip hop, and all the jams that make you move and dance. Yes. Check it out. Each Saturday, right here on Pittsburgh's DSEN. All the old school jams, 6 to 11 p.m.
Pittsburgh, have you seen our Sunday radio schedule? Ooh, it is lit. Start the day off with our Sunday gospel music from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. It will inspire you and have you praising the Lord. Then from 3 to 8 p.m., we bring you Sunday jazz melody for all the jazz lovers. Then cap off the night with the Quiet Storm from 8 to 11 p.m. to hear the best smooth, romantic, and soulful R&B sounds of yesterday and today. All that each Sunday on Pittsburgh's DSEN, the place for soul.
Pittsburgh, it's an old school party. Yes, each
Yeah.
All right. We are back. This is Pittsburgh's DSEN. Soul Take on Pittsburgh's DSEN. You had something for me?
Oh, somebody sent me a message. They were trying to call in.
Okay.
No answer.
Let me check the phone screen. Make sure I have that up. So I do see the caller here. Let's see if we could get the caller on. And we have a caller, and the name is G Money.
It's D-Money. I just want to take a step back to the trading here. You know, I think one other thing that factored into this is the draft this year is in Pittsburgh. So those first 3 picks were going nowhere.
Yeah.
The only other thing I thought about was maybe Firemouth to Green Bay, being Green Bay lost Kraft. And
Wow.
trying to grab
But they have Luke Musgrave.
Dobbs, something like that. But unfortunately, we couldn't make anything happen on that end. But I do think that the draft being in Pittsburgh had a huge influence in them not wanting to give away anything other than, maybe 4th, 5th, 6th round picks. It also has to do with your compensatory picks as well. So, Pittsburgh loves their compensatory picks. So,
G Money. Can you hear me, G Money? Is that G Money as in cash, like cash money, or is that change? Because what you're giving me right now is a bunch of change. I don't want to hear that. I understand that. Check it out. I know who you are, buddy. But check this out.
I know you, JT. I got you.
But listen to me. Listen to this. The Steelers have what, 3 third-round picks?
Yeah.
Well, they have.
So if
no, I think two third rounds. I thought.
Yeah, I don't think the compensatory has been officially announced yet.
But it will. But we know. That.
And the compensatory picks might not be as good as what was anticipated, because if you take a look at what's going on with the players we got rid of, like a Russell Wilson, he's with the Giants. Right. He's not playing.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah. But go ahead.
But anyway.
And it also gets impacted by trades and things like that. Waiver wire pickups.
Okay. Well, my question to you is, though, if we give up a third-round pick, say, for instance, Rashid Shaheed, okay? I think that's something we don't have to visit during the draft and have to grow. He's already a veteran. The guy, I mean, it's he can play ball. And number one, and another thing is his game speed is unbelievable. So that's something. So with those first 3 round picks, you're still going to have 3 first, second, and third round pick. That's when you start addressing what you really, really need, because you've already addressed the DK Metcalf situation with the 5-year deal, and then you already did.
But if you back it up a little bit to like what some of the gentlemen were saying, I'm sorry I forgot the names, but when you factor in contract situations, like when you look at Pickens and why you were able to get a second rounder for Pickens, they have a year left with Pickens on a rookie deal. When you start getting into these other guys, you're paying veteran minimums at the least if they don't have years left on their contract, which could be much greater than that. Now, the Steelers have a pretty decent amount of salary cap space, if I'm not mistaken, for next year. But that does eat into it.
I understand that, but like I said, this would be something that you bring him in and you don't have to deal with another Roman Wilson per se.
So what? And you're talking about specifically who?
I would not have been unhappy. I would not have been unhappy if we would have had Shaheed come in here, no doubt. But I just think one of the reasons that gave them some some reticence to pull the deal. Certainly, 4th and 6th for him. I thought, was that who got the 4th and 6th?
Yeah, the 4th and the Seahawks gave him a 4th and a 6th for him. We could have did that.
Yeah, no doubt. Or maybe a third, being the multiple thirds. But I know Pittsburgh wants to make this draft thing, epic, and they're expecting to have the biggest turnout in draft history. So,
I completely agree with you. I think the draft being here has a huge impact on how we're moving draft picks this year.
Well, you think about it. People want to hear Pittsburgh's name every round, once or twice.
Absolutely. And it's the first time the draft has ever been held in Pittsburgh at this level. But I also think like a 4th round pick it's not a waste of a pick by any means. I mean, look who we've had our last couple 4th round picks. I mean, we had Mason McCormick, Nick Herbig, Jack Sawyer, right? Calvin Austin III, Dan Moore Jr., right? Kevin Dotson. I mean, we've gotten some talent in the 4th round. So I'm not saying it's,
And when you go to the 6th, Antonio Brown.
Well, no, my point is, like we're I think right now, based on expectation for compensatory, it looks like we're going to get probably a 3rd, a 4th, a 5th, and a 6th, right? I mean, that's ideally what we're kind of looking at. I don't think we're
I
going
think the Justin Fields things might step in there and have a little bit more to do with it.
So we'll see. But anyway, we have to let you go, G Money. Thanks for the call.
Yeah, that
but
was
before
awesome. I couldn't agree more.
Before we let you go, are you happy with Stanford?
Oh gosh, it's tough. It's like there's devil's advocate to both corners of it.
Yeah.
So no, you're not happy, just like I'm not. I know. Come on, dude.
I'm on the fence.
You're on the fence. Okay.
I do know this. I agree with JT. If DK goes down, it's done.
Yeah.
It's done. It's that's going to be a rough last few weeks of the year.
Yeah.
But, if we can keep him healthy, and so far, I mean, he's a beast. Trains well, and let's just hope all those muscles and ligaments stay into place.
Yeah, and on that note, I'm normally over there at least once a week, and I normally go over there on Thursdays, and I never asked a question, and it's probably a question I should ask. He never practices on Thursday, and I don't know why.
Yeah, veterans usually get a day off a week.
Yeah, but Aaron Rodgers, he hasn't taken a day off yet. Cam Hayward is normally off that day.
Mm-hmm. Might just be catch-up day. You never know. Yeah.
Well, you got to remember, Aaron Rodgers don't have to run like DK Metcalf.
Yeah, but Ben would take a day off.
Huh?
Ben would take a day off. That Veterans Day off.
Well, that's because Ben was a diva, dude. We already know that. Come on now. But my thing is this. Go ahead.
Contractual too.
I don't think the Steelers are great.
But here's my other thing though, and I'm gonna ask this question too. So, with everything the Steelers have coming up, okay, whether it be compensatory fix, and what else?
Suppository.
Compensatory.
But my thing is, so what's their plan coming into our draft, our wonderful draft here in Pittsburgh? So now we're going to get, what, another quarterback?
You think they're going to tell us?
I'm just saying. No, my thing is, what do we get? So Aaron Rodgers is probably done after this season unless he goes deep into the playoffs.
I think we have many more shows.
But anyway, G-Money, we'll let you go.
But what I'm saying, though, is...
All right, take care. Okay.
Thanks, G-Money.
I'll keep listening.
Hey,
all right, appreciate that. All right.
All right, G, I'll give you a holler later.
Okay.
Weird sign-off.
Yeah. I'm like, man, what are you talking about, man? I know we have plenty of shows to talk about it, but I'm just talking about what's the plan? I still want to know the plan going into the playoffs, coming out of the playoffs.
Well, we know, I mean, it's no secret. The Steelers need a franchise quarterback. Okay. I mean, that's out there. And
they
the
got
Steelers
one, right?
need,
and it sucked.
And they need a number 2 wide receiver.
Okay.
Period. And the Steelers need a cornerback.
Remember when we got that number 2 wide receiver not too long? I mean, a number of years back, and he turned out to be the worst pick the Steelers ever made, Lyman Sweet.
I mean, it happens.
Okay, yeah, but still, my thing is,
we've had a lot.
People act like when the Steelers draft picks do not work out, like we're the only team. Look around the NFL, you see draft picks not working out.
What am I talking about, though, Kev? I'm talking about going out there and they could have got a receiver. This year, at the trade deadline, they could have got a receiver, but now we're just putting ourselves back in a position to do what we've done with Roman Wilson and anybody else.
Honestly, I don't think a number 2 receiver changes the temperature of this team that much.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Your only backup has been...
Yes, it does.
Let me talk. Your only backup has been if DK gets hurt, we're done.
Like I said, it still does. It does change.
Here's the deal, fellas.
To me, it changes.
That's fine.
Here's the deal. And I don't say this a whole lot, but I agree with JT regarding this standpoint. The Steelers, they're in dire need of a number 2. And I do believe that it changes the temperature of the team. However, where I disagree with JT on, I'm okay with them not making a move because I trust those individuals over in that building. I trust the Omar Khan. I trust Mike Tomlin. I trust Andy Watto. Okay,
Yeah, I think
the assistant GM.
if we would have made a splash play to bring in like a true number 2, right?
Right.
Love it, right? Let's make that move.
Right.
But but forcing something, like, I don't want to bring in another Mike Williams where he gets 10 targets, right? Like, that does nothing for me.
Or even if we bring
that was our fault. We didn't play him enough.
There's a reason a guy's bouncing around and can't stick with the team. There's a reason for that. Where's Mike Williams at now?
I don't even think he's playing right now.
So that says a whole lot.
I could be wrong. I have no clue.
Deontay Johnson, right? DJ. I don't think he's on the team. So there's a reason why people bounce around. But like I said, I think this team is in dire need of a number 2. So I'm with JT on that. However, I'm okay with them not making a move because I trust the decisions that they are making. Okay. And I always say this as well.
I didn't say I don't trust the decisions that they're making. I just say I'm pissed off because of the decision they didn't make.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. So since we're talking about some decisions that they did make from a roster move standpoint, the Steelers signed defensive back Daquan Hardy and your boy. I think this is your boy. He's back. Linebacker Mark Robinson is back on the team. So he's on the practice squad.
Isn't Daquan Hardy from Penn Hills?
Oh,
I'm not sure. And they cut.
He was from Aliquippa.
I would know that. No, he's not.
Isn't there a Hardy from? Wait, who's the Hardy from?
None that's playing. I know the Hardys from Aliquippa, but
there's one that played football though. Anyway,
it's been some time.
But Daquan Hardy, former cornerback from Penn State, also played at Penn Hills.
You're on it.
That's my alma mater.
Yep.
And they cut outside linebacker KJ Henry and wide receiver John Rips Plumlee from the practice squad. And I mentioned earlier
they brought another receiver back too that was a fan favorite during the preseason, didn't they? He just brought him back.
You got to the John Rimus Humley. He actually came in as a quarterback originally. And then
JT threw me off. I had something else, but you cut me off, so I forgot what else I wanted to say. But we mentioned Beanie Bishop is no longer, with the team as well. He was released from the practice squad, and we also mentioned the wide receiver just signed to the practice squad, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, who is reunited with his former teammate, Aaron Rodgers. He played with Rodgers from 2018 to 2021 when they were both in Green Bay. He caught 123 passes, 2,153 yards, and 13 touchdowns during his 4 seasons when he played with Rodgers. So
that's a solid number 2.
That was a number 2.
That was when he was a lot younger.
And that's when Aaron Rodgers was 6 years
I'm laughing over here, guys. I'm laughing.
Okay. All right.
It's a way cheaper number 2.
Real quick, and we'll get back to the Steelers here as well. Congratulations to the Los Angeles Dodgers, LA Dodgers, with winning the World Series.
Well, you remember I was talking about
7 games.
You remember I was talking about my buddy, real good friend of mine, Jeff Rosenthal.
Okay.
Remember I was telling you his son is a scout for the Dodgers, and he's the one who had the stroke.
Mm-hmm.
Look what I just got this 12 minutes ago. That's him right there with his LA. Check it out.
I see it. Yeah.
Yep. So we're on the radio, but people, JT showing a picture of a friend.
Yeah, Jeff Rosenthal, Jesse Jonah. Congratulations, and I'm glad to see you're doing better after your health scare because, the power of prayer works, and I'm sure you had a nation of people praying.
Amen.
And you look good. He looks great in this picture. He looks like you, Jeff, a little bit.
And I'm glad you mentioned prayer, and I should have mentioned this from the top. And I'm not sure if you all heard this already because I actually had some condolences that I provided on Sunday during the gospel time frame, which we do gospel here on Pittsburgh's DSEN every Sunday from 7 to 3 p.m. So I'll repeat the condolences over the last 2 weeks. My family lost 2 family members, both cousins on both sides of the family. So on my mom's side, the Buford family and the Wilson family lost our cousin Chris Wilson, and his memorial is this Saturday. And I would just like to say that we're praying for the family. We're praying for his wife, Marguerite. My family is praying for everyone and hope that they call on the Lord for strength to get them through these difficult times. On the Cameron side of the family, we lost a first cousin of mine, Amos Cameron, and he's from Leesdale. He was from Leesdale, Pennsylvania, the Swickley area. 63 years old. He's been battling cancer for a number of years. So his services are this Wednesday and Thursday, visitation Wednesday and funeral service on Thursday. So our hearts are very heavy. And, you know, our family, we're really close, and condolences out to my Aunt Barbara and the rest of the Cameron family. And the same, you know, we want everyone to call on the Lord for strength to get us all through these difficult times. Well, so I wanted to share that.
And, you know, my condolences go out to your family as well. And I have to say, you know, the selfishness sometimes in us believes.
Speak for yourself.
This is everybody. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. This is.
You say he's at the top of the list.
Yeah. Huh? Speak for yourself.
No, because I had to learn that the Lord don't make no mistakes, man.
No,
you know what I'm saying,
man. We don't.
He don't put nothing on our.
A lot of times we don't understand what's going on,
and he don't put nothing on our plate we can't handle. You know, when I lost my father, my sister, I was like, how? You know, I'm like, life is never going to be the same. Right? It's not going to be the same, but. You don't make no mistakes.
Nope.
And he gets you through it. It might take.
Right.
But the selfishness is sometimes thinking like, why?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But like we said, the power of prayer will get you through it.
Definitely. All right. So
JT is praying about the Steelers because everything happens for a reason. Right.
Yeah.
But the Lord ain't the one that didn't sign him, yo. The Lord ain't the one that didn't get that second receiver.
From a Steelers standpoint, too, I was just telling my wife Francine this yesterday, a couple of days ago, whatever. I'm not riding a roller coaster. You know, it's the world is not over when we lose a game, right? I keep everything in perspective, and I let the book be written. There's only a chapter in the book, right? Yeah, so
Cliff Notes.
So when like that game, even though I didn't pick the Steelers, I don't think any of us picked the Steelers against Indy, right? And rightfully so. I mean. But I sat there in the press box on Sunday and I told one of the other media people, I said, you know what? This is so Steeler-like.
Yeah. It happens.
Yeah. When you think they're not going to get it done, that's when they get it done.
And there's always those Tomlin losses throughout the win. And I say Tomlin losses because we come out a little bit, you know, a little too relaxed, right? Kind of like what we did against the Bengals. You know, put up some numbers, everyone's smiling, and then boom, you know, we go on a game and a half, you know, just losing spree. And you know what? It's okay.
Yeah, Tomlin finds a way, and I know people out there, they want a playoff win, right? I want a playoff win, right? But the bottom line, I think if Aaron Rodgers could stay healthy, I do believe that we'll get a playoff win this year.
And why do you, my question to either one of you, why do you think the Steelers did so well against Indianapolis's defense? Their wide receivers, and why do you think they did so well? Because I thought Tyler Warren was going to have a field day.
Yeah, I did too.
And rightfully so. I mean,
I think we rushed Daniel Jones. I think they didn't have an outlet for a rushing game, right? Like we shut down, like that actually came into play where we shut down their run game and then we got to the quarterback and made him throw like outside of his comfort zone. Right?
Do you think it was more of the zone defense that helped out?
I don't know about that. I couldn't answer that.
There's one reason I have. Simplicity. I think we moved, and I asked Mike Tomlin about this after the game as well. We moved people around too much in the schemes that we had, and it didn't allow good communication. It didn't allow good coverage. as a result, we weren't putting pressure on the quarterback. We simplified things. We had Kyle Duggar that we just got in a trade. So we did do a trade, didn't we?
Yeah.
We did a trade with the Patriots last week. So Kyle Duggar comes in literally Thursday morning and played all but one snap, I believe.
Yep.
Okay. But as a result of him playing safety and another move, and I'm not sure if you two heard me talk about this last week, because what goes on in practice, you can't talk about. You can't report on it.
Correct.
But I saw that Jalen Ramsey was playing safety specifically. So in the game, Jalen Ramsey played safety specifically. He didn't move around. So I think by the Steelers simplifying that defense, it made a huge difference.
And JT and I were talking about that in our pre-production meeting. Was some areas that we feel like that secondary.
Are you JT or is he Ken? Or
why? What do you mean?
Because we still didn't fix it yet. We still didn't fix it yet.
That's what it's like to be in my shoes for
on the banner.
Oh man,
on the name banner.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But we were talking about that in our pre-production meeting.
Okay.
About the Steelers secondary and. Ooh, it would just letting Jalen Ramsey be kind of that safety.
Yeah. That Rod Woodson, he did that with the Ravens did with Rod Woodson.
There you go.
Absolutely.
There you go.
One, I don't think he's the young Jalen Ramsey that can cover a
Chase,
hip to hip.
We saw that on Thursday night against Cincinnati, right?
And that's okay. We know what we have.
Yeah.
And he's still a dog, but let him do that. Like let him play that role. But we do need other players to step up. I don't think Slay is that guy to step up and be that number 2 cornerback.
Yeah. All right.
Well, he's not in a man situation. In the zone, he plays better. But my thing is, but when the whole defense comes together,
you got. I think they simplified it. But Ken, let's shift gears.
Yeah.
Talk about the Penguins. Right.
Yeah. What do you got?
Had a game yesterday.
Well, first,
against Toronto.
I know we
breaking news.
Yeah, we started hot and heavy in this, so I wanted to. I was going to interrupt, but I think the Steelers updates needed to be said. So we did have some breaking news right before we went live today at 6. That the Pittsburgh Penguins have called up Sergei Marashov, who is the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins goalie. Sergei is, just a heck of a goalie. He played up in the NHL for preseason, was lights out in preseason. The team decided to send him down to the AHL so he can get a lot of playing time on the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. Last year he played in the EHL, which is like a level below the AHL, right?
Okay.
So his first...
What's the E for? Do you know?
East Coast.
Oh, okay.
But
I thought it was everybody plays hockey league.
No.
For eBay, Kev.
The AHL is the American Hockey League, which is like the Wilkes-Barre. It's like think a minor league for the Pirates, right? Same thing for hockey. It's the minor league team. Yep. So Sergei is our goalie at Wilkes-Barre. He was named the AHL goalie of the month in October. He's 21 years old. 5-2 with a 1.73 goals against average and a .931 save percentage with 1 shutout. Just absolutely lights out right now. They just announced that they're going to be sending Tristan Jarry to the IR, and so they've called Sergei Marashov up.
What's the injury?
It was a body injury. That's all. They either say lower body or upper body. Yeah, they don't give a lot of details on that.
I'm surprised with all the gambling ramifications these days. A lot of things are being done differently, but go ahead, Ken.
Yeah, no, not a problem. So in that as well, we've also the Pittsburgh Penguins called up Danton Heinen, defenseman Ryan Graves, and like I mentioned, goaltender Sergei Marashov. They've all been called up from the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. Defenseman Owen Pickering, who was called up a few games ago, he has been reassigned to Wilkes-Barre Scranton. And forwards Noel Achari, Justin Brazeau, and goaltender Tristan Jarry have all been placed on IR. Justin Brazeau he's our third in goals right now. He has 12 points so far this season, has been a big part of the second line. He's going to be missed. We're like 8-2 when he's in the lineup. And Noel Achari's a big piece of our fourth line. So that's a two tough losses, but happy to see our 21-year-old Russian goaltender come up, who was our 2022 fourth round draft pick.
Cool. Now the Steelers, the Penguins lost yesterday after having a 3-0 lead.
Disgusting.
After the second period.
Yeah.
Gave up 4 goals in the third period.
Yeah, went into the third period with a 3-0 lead against Toronto, a good Toronto team. This would have been a staple win for the team, and unfortunately let their foot off the gas there in the third period. Let up 4 straight goals, a few soft goals as well. When you look at the analytics of hockey, right? I mean, you have it's almost like they have high scoring chances. What they call
hand me that schedule right there, please.
What they call their danger zone, right? And high scoring chances in the danger zone. The Penguins had 37 shots to Toronto's 20 shots. Right?
Okay.
The Penguins let up 4 goals in 20 shots.
And who was in goalie?
Tristan Jarry.
Okay. That's why he has a body injury.
Yeah.
Does his head hurt?
Right.
Does his head hurt?
Yeah, we don't know. There's been nothing.
His wig split.
There's been nothing mentioned about his injury just yet. So I'll keep everybody updated on that. But I think to start out November with 2 straight losses we lost to Winnipeg Jets 5-2 and lost to to Toronto now 4-3. We start November with 2 straight losses after a historic October. We got a total of 18 points in October, which is the second most points in the month of October in franchise history. Only behind 2009, 2010 when we got 22 points. The only other seasons with more wins in October is, like I mentioned, 2009, 2010, and 2013 and 2014. So, it was a historic October, but those 2 years we went deep in the playoffs those 2 years. So.
Okay. JT said 45 wins.
Yeah.
We're monitoring. Right now, the Pens are 8-4-2, something like that?
Yeah.
18 points.
18 points still.
Okay.
Which, when you put together a few losses like that.
You put some money on it, JT.
Dude.
Did you put some money on it?
So
on that 45 win?
Gentleman's bet,
Okay.
Well, when we put when we went from ending October first in the NHL. Okay, so after 2 losses, we're down to 6th place now.
Okay.
In the NHL, but we're still in 2nd place in our division, in the Metro Division.
All
right. We're behind New Jersey, which New Jersey, we're going to be playing them here at the end of the week. But the next game is against Washington Capitals here Thursday night. Alexander Ovechkin comes to town, still chasing his 900th goal.
And let me tell everybody this, because if you're sleeping, you should wake up. All right. If you're a hockey fan, you need to be a subscriber to Pittsburgh's DSN YouTube channel.
It don't get no better than this over here. JT over here.
Ken does a tremendous job.
That's JT. Look on the screen.
Ken does a tremendous job putting good content out there on the YouTube channel. If you really want to know what's going on with the Pittsburgh Penguins, hey,
Kev,
be a subscriber.
Sorry, Ken, I have to disagree with Kev. I don't think you're doing a good job. I think to you, it's not a job, it's a passion. And
it is a passion.
And what you're doing is just historic, especially for here in the city of Pittsburgh. I think you're doing amazing.
And more good things to come.
More good things to come. Look out for myself and another Penguins writer, Scott Crowell. Him and I are launching Penn's Weekly Update by Pittsburgh's DSEN coming out here soon. So keep an eye out for that. We got a lot of good things on the way. But again, Thursday night, Penn's take on the Washington Capitals. Ovechkin still chasing his 900th goal.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You're going to interrupt again. Same line, same period.
You're right.
Same period.
So go ahead.
No, he's Alexander Ovechkin's currently sitting at 899 goals. He's still in the lead, or still has the lead for the most goals ever in the NHL. But he hasn't hit that 900 yet. So, with the rivalry between Washington and Pittsburgh, it's bound to happen here. And everyone will support Ovechkin in that journey. But
what do you think it's going to be like for Sergei to get acclimated to the game speed in the NHL as far as being in the net?
Yeah, that's a good question. So he did play in the preseason for the Pens, had an incredible preseason. Like I said, a lot of reporters expected him to possibly make the team but the Kyle Dubas and head coach Dan Muse, they're both very much player development focused, right? So they wanted him to have one more year in the NHL so they don't mess up his confidence.
Now, who was our goalie a few years ago when we won the cup?
Matt Murray,
right?
Mm-hmm.
So is he kind of going that
better than Matt Murray? Yeah,
I mean, for when he's coming in,
it's very similar path. Yeah, Matt Murray did amazing.
No, that
in
makes
AHL.
me feel good.
Yeah, no.
Murray played lights out.
Yeah, Sergei's that dude. He is that dude. Same way Matt Murray came up. But yeah,
if you hear him over there, keep kind of.
But I just one more last thing. One more last thing, guys, about the Pens. All right, so. We know about Evgeny Malkin. We know about Sidney Crosby. They're both incredible players. But our rookie Ben Kindle this year, he had now 5 goals through a month in the season. He had his first 2-goal game against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Ben Kindle is the real deal. Tune in. They've extended him past his 9-game trial.
So he passed the trial.
So now his entry level
hat trick.
So now his entry-level contract kicks in. He's now official Penguin and part of the he's an official player.
Cool. What you want?
The button. The button.
But you gotta give me.
Let's go to break.
You have to give me a heads up, JT.
I didn't know it was coming.
I have to set the board up.
I didn't know it was coming. Ken just dropped
and all kind of things here.
It took me 15 minutes to get through that sentence.
I was just talking about
the
breaking news that just came through. Yeah, see that? There we go.
Give me a heads up next time, JT. Yeah, I could hook it up. And I'm not sure how that came across on YouTube as well. Because
came across really good. I just heard.
Yeah, you heard it, but sometimes coming from the board, it messes up a little bit.
We probably have it muted, so they probably didn't even hear it.
Who knows? Yeah, all right. So we're going to go ahead and take a break, everyone. This is Soul Tape. We come to you every Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Use those digits that's on your screen, whichever way you connected. We would love to hear from you. Give us a text. Let us know with these different topics that we've been talking about. When we come back, we'll get into our Pittsburgh Steelers playing against the Chargers. We need to do a preview. We also need to give you an NBA update. Pitt basketball started yesterday. We'll talk about that a little bit. We'll talk Pitt football. We'll talk Penn State football. And also, we'll go around college football and let you know what's going on there. We'll do all of that and more when we return.
Looking for a cost-effective way to help increase your company's bottom line? Look no further than Soul Pit Media. With our award-winning print, internet, podcast, and Soul Pit television options, we can help your business get to that next level. For more information, contact Craig Dawson at 412-407-7685. That's 412-407-7685. And let Soul Pit Media take you to that next level.
Business owners thinking about back-to-school promotions and replacing summer flavors with pumpkin? What about your taxes? Reduce your stress and tax liabilities by planning for tax time now with Cameron Professional Services Group. CPSG takes your goals, values, and visions to create a custom tax plan catered specifically to your business. We work closely with you to ensure that as your business grows and goals shift, so will your custom plan. Located in the Hill District in Pittsburgh, PA, CPSG is a CPA and consultant firm providing services in accounting, auditing, tax planning and preparation, community development, and operational management. Call Cameron Professional Services Group today at 412-251-0607.
Have you had the Beat by Niche experience? Beat by Niche is one of the top makeup artists in the city of Pittsburgh. She's touched the face of Cardi B, love and hip-hop personalities, and various Steeler wives. If you have not sat in her chair, what are you waiting for? Visit beatbyniche.com to schedule your special makeover for all occasions: weddings, graduations, proms, photo ops, and more. Visit beatbyniche.com and experience the touch of excellence.
Pittsburgh, it's an old school party. Yes, each Saturday we throw it back with some of the best old school music, funk, R&B, old school, rap, hip hop, and all the jams that make you move and dance. Yes, check it out. Each Saturday, right here on Pittsburgh's DSEN. All the old school jams, 6 to 11 p.m.
Pittsburgh, have you seen our Sunday radio schedule? Ooh, it is lit. Start the day off with our Sunday gospel music from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. It will inspire you and have you praising the Lord. Then from 3 to 8 p.m., we bring you Sunday jazz melody for all the jazz lovers. Then cap off the night with the Quiet Storm from 8 to 11 p.m. to hear the best smooth, romantic, and soulful R&B sounds of yesterday and today. All that each Sunday on Pittsburgh's DSEN, the place for soul.
They see you and see a thug, yeah, yeah. I see you and see my love, yeah, yeah. You're all up there running scared, yeah, yeah. With me, I'm running to you in my fears, yeah, yeah. Ain't found no one that can measure up to you.
All right, we are back. This is Soul Take on Pittsburgh's DSEN. We come to you every Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. My name is Kevin Cameron. Across from me,
it's your boy.
Even though the name still isn't right, Ken. It still is not right.
What did you do?
So I'm not sure if I brought up.
I flipped it too.
You flipped it?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you change the name of the file?
Yeah. And I didn't tell you what it was.
Yeah, you didn't tell me what it was. Okay.
Sorry about that.
So yeah, he's Ken. JT stepped away for a minute. He's coming in. Come on in, JT. All right, so JT will be back with us. He's probably looking for some snacks or something, Ken.
Yes.
You know,
I mean, we're not live, right?
Exactly.
We're not live and talking into a microphone.
Do what you got to do.
Of course, we need a snack.
One of the things I wanted to bring up, as far as when we went around the NFL, we went around the NFL slightly earlier in the first segment.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I feel bad for Jaden Daniels.
I do too.
Yeah.
They were
quarterback for the Washington Commanders, had a gruesome injury.
I don't know if you recall when we did our predictions at the
beginning. And that was Monday night, right? That was the Monday night game?
No, Monday night was Arizona and
Dallas.
So
yes. That was Sunday night. Okay.
I don't know if you recall, but at the beginning of the year, they were actually one of my favorites to go pretty far this year.
Me too.
Yeah.
I believe me too. I'll have to go back and look at that.
Without Jaden Daniels, I don't think they have any hope. You know, they have a good team, but you know, Jaden Daniels is kind of that heartbeat of that offense, and as to be expected. They're not looking too hot right now. And because they're not looking too hot, I mean, what do you do with Jaden Daniels at this point? You know, sit him down, let him rest, let him get ready for next year. I mean, that's...
Well, I assume he's out for the year. I assume that.
Has it been announced?
The way it looked.
I didn't know if, yeah. Well, yes,
Yeah,
that's my point.
the way it looked.
Yeah, the way it looked, absolutely. But I don't know if they announced that he's definitely down for the rest of the year.
Yeah. All right. JT, we were just talking about the gruesome injury that happened with Jaden Daniels, and now is looking pretty bad for the Washington Commanders. But something I wanted to go back to because you two thought you got off the hook. So I need to bring you back in like a good fisherman, bring that fish back in.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Okay. Well, the question was, and we didn't talk about a question of the day. We need to get back to that as well. But Cam Hayward played in 219 regular season games for the Steelers, which ranks third in franchise history and first among defensive players. Okay. So so that's part of the hint. So the two players that played more regular season games for the Steelers were
offense.
It could be special teams as well.
Yeah, but
it's not defense, right?
Right.
We understand it's not defense.
I'd like Ken just says. I think Ben Roethlisberger's one, and I'm going to just go out on a limb. But I don't know. You don't seem like
you said Ben.
I said Ben.
Okay, who's your other one?
Roy.
No.
If you two don't get this one, if I were allowed to slap you, I would slap you.
It had to be a running back. Jerome Bettis? No.
Remember, Jerome, he missed 3 years, I think, because he played for the Rams in L.A. He played with our guy. He played with our guy, Sean Gilbert.
Yes, it has to be Hines Ward, right?
Hines Ward?
Yeah.
You think number 89?
86.
86. I'm going to have to say
slap you.
I know, right? Right, yeah. 86.
Well, how long has he been in the
waiting
for the Gary game? Anderson?
Can I give you a hint?
Yes, please.
You won't get this right, okay? But I'm going to give you a hint. You'll get it right after the hint. One of the most popular football movies were based off of this guy.
Popular football movies was
one of the most popular
Brian Piccolo
football movies. Remember, we're talking Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, Mike Webster.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
So wait. He was the longest.
Never missed a game.
Repeat that. Longest
regular season
active streak
for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
No, okay.
For the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
Wow, it took you all a long time.
Well, I mean, you had to think about it.
For some reason, I thought
Ben one of them.
Yeah, Ben was Ben.
Oh, you never gave me the props for that. I didn't know where I was.
That's what I was going to say.
Never gave you what?
The props. Yes,
I said,
that was right.
No, yeah.
We're recorded.
Yeah.
I was going to say Ben, but I thought I didn't. You have to go back to when they were drafted. And then I was looking at Hines Ward, like, how long has he been waiting to get in the NFL Hall of Fame? And I think this is like his fourth term. So he's been out of the NFL for 9 years?
Something like that. I don't know the exact.
So Ben is actually number one at 249. Right?
Without missing a game?
No.
Playing in a regular season game.
Yeah.
Okay. And Mike Webster was at 220. See, you all, if you were true Steeler fans, you would remember.
Yeah, not everybody's as ancient as you are.
You would remember when Ben broke that. Now, you're right. You got me on that one.
412.
Yeah. Now, so I mentioned 219. So Cam Hayward, the next game he plays, he'll tie the great Mike Webster, number 52.
Wow.
I got that number right, didn't I?
Yes. That's correct.
Thank you.
But when you were talking about Jaden Daniels.
Uh-huh.
I'll tell you what. I feel more comfortable with Jaden Daniels going down and being successful with Marcus Mariota than I do of DK Metcalf going down for the Steelers and then whoever's after that.
Are you surprised the Commanders didn't make a move to get another quarterback?
Who else is out there? Think about it.
They could throw money down. They got draft picks. Draft picks.
Marcus Mariota's been doing fine.
Let me give you a person that they should have considered. Okay.
Joe Flacco.
No, seriously, they should have considered Russell Wilson.
Okay, well,
they really should have.
But Russell Wilson showed the world that Nobody should consider him because he's just terrible.
Different
Well,
places.
I do think Cliff Kingsbury's offensive scheme or offensive system does rely a lot on the feet of a quarterback. Right? He played with Kyle Murray or Kyler Murray.
He likes a quarterback with legs.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels. And Russell Wilson just isn't that quarterback anymore.
Okay, so what
Marcus
about
Mariota is more of that fit.
Was second worst defense in the NFL yesterday.
I honestly have been,
JT, I don't like that. I don't like the way you said my name.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin.
You caught that, right? You caught that. So, you said that, like you're my mama or something, and I'm in trouble.
Man, get to your
that
room.
was sharp. It was a sharp.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Well, that wasn't.
And my mom listens too, so just let you know.
Let me tell you something, Kevin.
She can only
Was it like that.
She can only say my name.
Actually.
She can only say my name that way.
Like,
hey, I didn't even know I said it like that.
It was white boy sharp too.
It was
white boy. It was white boy sharp. It was. Oh man.
It's okay.
But
see, now you got me want to go back.
I've been very low on Kyler Murray.
Okay.
Yes, he can make things happen. He might be dynamic running around and stuff, but I have been very low on him. He is not someone who. It does not seem like someone who could help a team through adversity, right, and help a team come back and build back. He's a very much like that pouty type, like
a diva.
Yeah, like that type of personality, right?
But you know where else the big difference is, Ken? Did you watch the game last night?
No, I did not watch that game last night.
Stand in the backfield and look at the back of Jacoby Brissett standing at that line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he can see over it.
He's huge.
Yeah, but the other point to that too is Jacoby Brissett can see the field a lot better too.
Exactly.
Whereas Kyler Murray, it's not even a past him. It's like when you were talking about Aaron Rodgers' peripherals, I mean, Kyler Murray cannot even see like out to the sides. It's very tunnel vision.
There's been a lot.
And he has to have a bigger drop step. I mean, he has to have a 7-step drop.
There's been a lot of quarterbacks like that. Drew Brees, he was effective doing it. Russell Wilson, when he was younger, he was effective doing it. So,
yeah, I'm not talking about his size. I'm talking about his vision because he gets hit even to his throwing side.
Yeah.
He gets hit without even seeing players sometimes.
Yeah.
But
there's been a couple games where he got lit up of players coming off the edge and he didn't even see.
Let's talk real quick before you go, Jeff. I wanted to say one thing. Did you watch the game last night?
I did.
Did you see the post game? Did you see with Trey?
No, I actually cut it off.
Did you see? Okay, well, I don't know if you maybe saw
like 8 minutes left.
Trey McBride's interview afterwards, talking about the difference of Kyler Murray being a quarterback as opposed to Trey McBride.
What did he say?
Because, well, you figure he has, since Jacoby Brissett's been in, he has a touchdown in every game that he's played, where Kyler Murray, he doesn't even have like the actual targets and receptions. So he's seeing the field better. He's seeing that Trey McBride, and Marvin Harrison broke his own record. The most receptions he's ever had in a game before last night was 6. That's ridiculous.
Yep.
So that kind of shows.
Got you.
Let's
so
get
moving
Ken back
on
to his, what is it called?
The agenda,
Yeah,
the outline. So Steelers versus Chargers preview. And if anyone would like to call in and be a part of this conversation, the number should be on your screen, whichever way you connect it. Before we talk about, well, I guess this is part of the preview, Aaron Rodgers and Justin Herbert. Do both of you like Justin Herbert?
Oh, yeah.
I would like him to be our quarterback one day. But
who's having a better year, do you think?
Who? Between who?
Justin Herbert and Aaron Rodgers.
Ooh.
I would have to say Herbert.
I haven't looked at his
because
stats,
he's.
But just off the top of your head.
Off the top of my head, I would probably say Justin Herbert.
They score more points.
I think he's way more mobile.
I think he's leading the NFL.
Sure,
he leads the NFL in touchdown passes. If I'm not mistaken.
He might. Actually, if I had to, just based on numbers, I think Aaron Rodgers is having a better year. And here's the stats. Justin Herbert, 18 TDs, 8 interceptions, Aaron Rodgers, 17 TDs.
That's impressive.
5 interceptions. So from a TD
What's
to
the yardage? What's the yardage?
Yeah, the yardage, Justin Herbert, 2,390. But again, what did I say about yardage? Forget yardage.
No, just wait.
It's about scoring.
How many yards is
2,390 for Herbert. Aaron Rodgers, 1,692. So big difference.
More yards, yeah.
Big difference in yardage.
You know why too?
Short fields.
Well, not only that.
Serious,
no, but not only that.
But still,
is he has to throw more because
I'm not sure as far as attempts.
Omarion Hampton is out, and we just heard today. Well, I don't know if you heard, but he's out till at least week 13.
Mm-hmm.
So their running game has been so, and then they just lost their
Vidal.
No, the other running back,
Najee. He's been out.
No, Najee was the first one to go out for the season.
Vidal was the other one.
The second one to go.
Haskins.
Haskins.
Oh wow,
he just went out he's out for the year. Omarion Hampton's out till week 13. So all they have is Vidal really right now. They just escalated 2 people from the practice squad.
And is it Jim Harbaugh this time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, John Harbaugh's with the
with Baltimore. Okay, Jim Harbaugh. Off the top of my head, I think Mike Tomlin does good against Jim Harbaugh, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, there's they've always been a little bit of a rivalry. I know that Jim Harbaugh is not a Steeler fan, going back to his playing days with the Colts.
Right.
But I think they have a good team. San Diego is a very good team. They play complementary football. They have a decent defense. They have big names on their team. This is not a team to take lightly by any means.
And they have a tight end that plays like a receiver.
Yes,
Rondé Gatson.
No, yeah, he is. This is his first year as a rookie, but he came on. 7, 8, 10 targets a game. Justin Herbert will spread the ball around as well.
He put up $160 and 2 touchdowns
2 weeks ago. Yep, absolutely.
3 weeks ago.
So yeah, this is going to be a tough game. The big thing here is, we can shut down the run game, but we need to shut down two types of run game, right? That Justin Herbert can run the ball out of the pocket. And when he's doing that, he's dangerous. And even if we get him moving in the pocket, he can throw the ball off balance. He can make, I don't want to say Patrick Mahomes-like, but those type of throws where he can hit his moving targets.
But he's known to be fragile too.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
He's known to be fragile.
Absolutely.
I just did a quick Google search here, and you just have to watch the sources and everything. I'm looking for Jim Harbaugh. It just keeps giving me John Harbaugh.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see anything Mike Tomlin versus Jim Harbaugh. But like I said, off the top of my head, I want to say he does well going up against Jim Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh's. How does he do well going up against Jim Harbaugh?
When he's the head coach.
Where at?
Different wherever he's been.
Yeah, he was at San Francisco before that. And
was Mike Tomlin? When was I think Jim Harbaugh? How long he's been the coach at Michigan? How long was he the coach at Michigan? They haven't met too many times.
Years. Yeah, it hasn't been.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect for it.
If it's anything, it probably has to deal with, like you said, it's just like for Pittsburgh because of the Colts. But the other thing is probably because he doesn't like to see how many times Mike Tomlin and or the Steelers have stopped the Ravens from getting deeper in the playoffs, whether it be how many years ago or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
The Ravens, we're talking Chargers.
No,
yeah.
He might not like Tomlin because of his brother playing against Tomlin. Like, if you were wrestling my brother, I hope my brother slammed.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about like. I'm just curious of what the record.
I don't think they've met too much head to head for real.
All right, so the Chargers right now, they are 6-3, fellas. They're in second place in the AFC West, and that's actually a tight division right now. We have the only losing team in that particular division.
Raiders
are the Raiders. Okay,
and whatchamacallit's knocking on the door too.
Who's that?
The Chiefs. They're what, 5-4?
They're 5-4, and Denver's leading that particular division. One good thing about our Pittsburgh Steelers, fellas, right now, a lot of people are sleeping this. The Steelers right now only have one AFC loss. Okay, 3 losses for the whole year, but out of the 3 losses, only one of those losses is to an AFC team, and that's the division opponent, Cincinnati. But I bring this up because when it comes to tiebreakers, I don't believe Cincinnati is going to make the playoffs. But anyway, it wouldn't matter if they did make the playoffs as long as the Steelers won the division. So when it comes to head-to-head tiebreakers, the Steelers right now have the advantage over probably playoff teams like Indy. Okay, they beat Indy. And who else is a possible playoff team that the Steelers beat? New England. That's another one.
New England is another one.
So I just think that's huge. And if they're able to beat the
Chargers,
Chargers this Sunday,
that would give us the winning tiebreaker versus those teams, because that's a big deal. That is a very big deal to have that win. We play the Bills later on this year.
Mm-hmm.
We play Miami later on this year.
Miami won't be part of the conversation.
No, but I'm saying, like, I'm looking
from
at
a win
in conference games that we have this
AFC.
year.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
I'm just talking in conference. We don't play Denver, do we?
No, we don't.
No, we played them last year.
All right, so
we need to win this game. There's not, this is, I hate to say a must win, but
it'll help.
It'll be a big win. This game.
It'll be a big win. So the game is this Sunday night, 8:20 p.m. game. I also think the Steelers play much better on the road on Sunday night versus home. The injury report, I don't believe Scotty Miller will play, even though during Tomlin's press conference today, he said he was out as of right now. Cole Holcomb is still dealing with a illness.
Can I interrupt right then?
Sure.
Since you brought up Cole Holcomb, how do you think Malik Harrison played in his first game back?
I really couldn't tell, to be honest.
I don't think that's a bad thing.
You want to see that he made some tackles?
Yeah, I saw he made tackles. He had like 5 or 3 or 5 or something like that. So he didn't really stand out, but it was good to see. I mean, him.
He wasn't exposed.
Yes, that's kind of my point. I want him to see him in there more on the run game, filling in, for a loss from like, a Landon Roberts type thumper type player. But I know he's not your typical passing down linebacker.
Yeah, so he had 1 tackle, 1 assist, and 2 combined.
Yeah, that's it. So and keep in mind,
so 2 total.
Yeah, he's more of a run stopping linebacker, right? And they threw the ball for 50 sometimes, so he probably wasn't on the field a ton. So okay, good to know.
And then Jabril Peppers is listed as questionable, as well as Chuck Clark and Isaac Samulu, who's dealing with a pectoral right now for the Chargers. These are the individuals on the injured list. Rick Lovato, that is a long snapper. I believe that's what LS is for. You two agree, fellas?
Yep.
Tarheed Steele, excuse me, cornerback, has an MCL. Tony Jefferson, safety, has a hamstring. He's questionable. Will Disley, tight end, he's questionable with an illness. And guard Mekhi Becton. What is it?
Mekhi
Becton, questionable with the knee as well. So yeah, just taking a look at the Chargers schedule, the teams that they actually played as well, because that was one of the things that was on the negative side for Indy coming in here. And I was trying to pull up the whole schedule, but my computer is not working too good. But their last 5 games, they are 3-2 over the last 5 with losses to Indy. They lost to Indy 38-24. And they also lost to Washington 27-10, and they beat Tennessee, Minnesota, and Miami. So at least one of those teams, Minnesota, is a decent team. Okay.
All time, the Pittsburgh Steelers versus Los Angeles Chargers. You know how many times that they have met?
I don't.
So they have met
35.
a rivalry. They have played 36 times, including 3 postseason games.
Oh, I remember that.
With the Steelers winning 25 times.
They beat us. And I was at the game when
so we are 25-11.
They kicked the field goal at the end of the game to go to play who they play? San Francisco in that Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken. We had Big Bird, Eric Green.
You mean Kevin Green?
No, Big
Eric
Bird.
Green?
Eric Green,
tight end. All right.
Liberty University. But I'm saying,
got it.
But Jim Harbaugh's only beaten Mike Tomlin once.
How many times?
They played one time. Tomlin played against him. He was only a coach for the 49ers.
Yeah, I was going to say it might have been under.
They only played one time?
Makes sense.
Wow.
He was only
2014.
He was only coach at San Francisco, 3 or 4 years?
Yeah, 11.
Okay.
11,
all right.
13,
well, we're past break, fellas, so we need to take our last break of the day. And when we come back, we have a lot of catching up to do as far as these different topics. So we'll run through them. The NBA, Pitt basketball, Pitt football, Penn State football, around college football, high school football playoffs, and we need to do our Week 10 NFL picks. So we'll do all of that and more when we return.
Look at that! Look at that stat.
Pittsburgh, it's an old school party. Yes, each Saturday we throw it back with some of the best old school music, funk, R&B, old school, rap, hip hop, and all the jams that make you move and dance. Yes, check it out. Each Saturday, right here on Pittsburgh's DSEN. All the old school jams, 6 to 11 p.m.
Pittsburgh, have you seen our Sunday radio schedule? Ooh, it is lit. Start the day off with our Sunday gospel music from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. It will inspire you and have you praising the Lord. Then from 3 to 8 p.m., we bring you Sunday jazz melody for all the jazz lovers. Then cap off the night with the Quiet Storm from 8 to 11 p.m. to hear the best smooth, romantic, and soulful R&B sounds of yesterday and today. All that each Sunday on Pittsburgh's DSEN, the place for soul.
Two tears in the bucket, I cry with you.
What you know about this, JT?
I can never afford not to afford. I can never put my plans to the side with you. I can never see a red light like a deer with the headlight. I freeze up when I re-up.
All right. You don't know anything about it, do you?
But that's
you don't know anything about
Christian
it.
Song.
Not at all.
But see, our fourth segment, we're supposed to start out with a Christian song.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's what happens when you don't know the song. All right. JT. All right. I'll give you a pass on that. This is Soul Take, everyone. It's Funkadelics.
Oh, well.
All right. So, we are back. This is Soul Take, Pittsburgh's DSEN. We come to you every Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. And that's a version, just so you know, with Kendrick Lamar is included with that version also.
They better not let Drake hear it.
Why?
Because it'll start another. Ain't they always
another beef? Yeah, I think we talked about that last week or the week before. All right, fellas. So we have a lot of catching up to do. NBA. What is going on in the NBA?
No brawny allowed.
No brawny allowed.
Isn't that what NBA stands for?
For you, maybe. You still have something against the James?
Come on, man.
The James family?
James.
Yeah.
Bronny, he doesn't even belong on it. I can think of a million other players that should have been there for him, but
I can't say I disagree with you on that.
Like I said,
okay.
Well, you know my feelings on LeBron James.
OKC. I mean, they're
8-0?
Undefeated right now. They're 7-0. They're the defending champs. They're not messing around right now.
Alexander.
I have them as repeating, fellas. I'm not sure about you all.
You do, Kev.
I call them the way it is. Matter of fact, on the World Series,
they're the ones to beat.
I think we picked the Dodgers.
Yep,
going into the World Series playoffs. So we got that right.
We did. I'll take that.
So yeah, over in the West, a surprise team that's playing well is the San Antonio Spurs.
How's it surprising?
Because
they have the most dominating guy in the game.
How do you pronounce his name?
Wembanyama.
Yeah, I don't think you got it right. I don't think you got it right either. We both butchered his name.
Wembanyama.
Yeah, because he's still young and developing and growing.
But you see, he put on muscle. He had to do what he had to do.
Well, he actually had some type of illness during the offseason as well. He had to deal with. But I believe everything is fine.
The clotting?
I think so.
That's what ended the season last year. The clotting in his shoulder.
Okay. The Lakers are doing well. They're 6-2 without LeBron James,
and they should keep it up.
You think so?
It'll change. Watch what I tell you. The whole dynamic of that team.
He can only make the team better.
No, he can't.
All right.
Now because you're getting the most out of every player.
Watch what
I tell you, Ken.
One other team I'm going to mention, Golden State, 4-3. So they're right in the middle. Mediocre.
What's Houston?
Houston is 4-2. There's a lot of noise coming out of Memphis out here as well.
Well, that's another one. That's another one. Who's a knucklehead.
Ja Morant. So Memphis right now is 3-5. Over in the East, we have Philly in first place in the conference, tied for first place. Philly is 5-1 with Chicago 5-1. Milwaukee is 5-2. The Knicks, which I have going pretty far this year, and Cleveland, they're both 4-3. Games tonight, we have Milwaukee at Toronto. That's a 7:30 tip. So they should be playing right now. These are 8 o'clock tips. Orlando at Atlanta, Philadelphia at Chicago, Charlotte at New Orleans, Phoenix at Golden State. That's later tonight at 10 o'clock. So we all should be able to get home to check that game out to see if Golden State could get some distance away from 500. And then OKC at the LA Clippers. The Clippers, what are they doing? The Clippers, they're not looking real good. They're 3-3 right now. So that's what's going on with the NBA. We have to keep it moving.
Wait, there's a good one tomorrow. Isn't the Lakers against the San Antonio tomorrow? I think that's tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken.
More games tomorrow, and you mentioned the Lakers
against San Antonio.
Yep, San Antonio at the Lakers. That's a 10 o'clock game. So that's right. That's what it is. All right, we got to keep it moving. Recap of Pitt basketball opening game at home against Youngstown State. I was actually at that game last night. What you need to know about Pitt, they won comfortably. Last night, and I want to get the official score from yesterday as well. I think it was something like, I have it right here, 74-59. Pitt has basically a whole new lineup, a whole new team.
That doesn't sound pretty promising, though, Kev. They only won by what? 15?
Yeah, it was 15.
Youngstown State?
It was 15. I don't think the score was as close as, well, I don't think the game was as close as the score indicated. They could have ran it up, but they didn't. But what you have to keep in mind with this team as well, only 4 of the 15 players are returning players. So they have a lot of development that they need to do. I believe the prediction for Pitt is not glowing as far as where they're expected to finish in the ACC. I want to say they're expected to finish 17, maybe somewhere 14 to 17. I have it right here. So out of 18 teams in the ACC, they're expected to finish number 14. So it's expected to be a tough season for the Pitt Panthers on the basketball side, the men's basketball side. I think it's important, if possible, for them to keep more players year over year. So we'll see if that's possible, because it's tough when you develop players and then they're out the door.
For the NIL.
Yeah, for various reasons. Reasons. All right, so that's what's going on from a Pitt basketball standpoint. Let's talk Pitt football. Pitt football actually ran their record, their win streak, to 5-0 with a nice win, 35-20 over Stanford. Okay, quarterback Mason Heisel.
How'd he look?
He looked mediocre that particular game.
2 interceptions.
I think he had, was it 2 or 3? I thought it was 3.
It was 2.
Was it 2? Okay, so Pitt won 35-20. Mason Heisel, 23 of 38, 304 yards, 3 TDs, 2 interceptions. But I still thought it was a mediocre game. Pitt ran the ball well, 162 yards rushing.
They have a bye week,
which was good. They have a bye week this week. And I was concerned with this game against Stanford because the next game is against Notre Dame. Okay. And I didn't want them to overlook Stanford and end up blowing it and not be in a good position to go up against Notre Dame. But right now, Pitt is 7-2.
Did they move into the top 25?
They haven't moved into the top 25. One thing about that, though, 8 p.m. tonight, fellas, is the first college football playoff rankings that will be coming out.
Yes, it will.
Okay. So that should be pretty interesting. I think Pitt, they have a legitimate, and we talked about this before on the show as well, I think they have a legitimate opportunity to win the ACC. Okay.
Well, they still have to play Miami, and they have to play Notre Dame, and there's one more, right?
Yeah, I think they have 3 games left.
They're all 3 ranked opponents, if I'm not mistaken. Miami, Notre Dame, and
Georgia Tech.
Yeah, Georgia Tech.
Just Georgia Tech.
And they just lost to who Pitt beat, NC State.
Hey, you never know. You never know. So Pitt has a bye this week, as I indicated, as well as they play Notre Dame the following week. So not this weekend, the following week, they'll play Notre Dame. And Ken, do you happen to have the standings up? I actually thought I printed the standings for the ACC. If you could just let everyone know where they are from an ACC standpoint.
You want just specific ACC?
I think they're in 3rd place, but yeah, just specifically the ACC.
Right here. It is in 3rd.
Okay, and their conference record is what?
The conference record is 5-1.
5-1. No one. It's hard to hear you.
5-1. I'm sorry.
5-1, and the 2 teams ahead of them are who?
Georgia Tech's tied with them at 5-1, and Virginia's 5-0.
5-0. Okay, so there you go. All right. So moving on, Penn State. Penn State had a disappointing loss. So their
season. You mean?
Yeah. But they just came off a bye week to play Ohio State. And they went down to Ohio State.
Yep.
And now they have Indiana coming
in town
this week.
I think Indiana is going to roll them.
Roll Penn State.
Penn State.
Penn State looks bad.
Yeah.
And they're dejected.
And again, we're rooting for our local guy Terry Smith as well.
Yeah, and it's wild to see a team go from
national.
Yeah, to nothing. To where they're at now.
Their quarterback for the year.
Yeah, but I mean,
but here's my issue too with
next
some
man
college
up.
teams.
I mean, he was.
But here's my issue with college teams, especially college teams. They have these big blowouts, and their starting quarterbacks are still in there in the fourth quarter. If you're up by 30-some points in the third quarter, let's get the other guys some rec against first teams defenses. Okay,
and so what you have, and to get them some playing time.
Right. So when it's time to put them in.
Well, see, and Penn State did that a lot last year. But then their quarterback, once Drew Aller announced that he's staying, their quarterback transferred to Mizzou, and now he's starting at Mizzou. So whoever they have in now, it's just they're going to have to hit whoever's the next coach is going to have to hit the recruiting trail here pretty soon.
It's all about recruiting.
At
the college level, it's all about recruiting. All right, so the top.
So do you think he has to stay one more year?
Who?
Drew.
No.
You don't think so?
No. I mean, can he? I don't even think he can.
Yeah, but I think probably there's so many different rules in the college football now. Think about this guy's been there 6-7 years.
Yeah, I don't know how much time he has left, but I don't think he's staying another year.
All right, so I'll hit the top 25 real quick. Ohio State is still number 1. Indiana's number 2. The top games for this week, we have number 3, Texas A&M at Mizzou, Missouri, and they're ranked number 19. We also have number 8, BYU, going up against number 9, Texas Tech. Notre Dame, and I'm just mentioning this because this is a popular game. Notre Dame versus Navy. That's a 7:30 Saturday game. Oklahoma, number 11, faces Alabama, number 4. I hope Alabama loses. Let me see. Texas.
They're the scariest team in football, right? In college football.
Number 13, Texas, going up against the University of Georgia, who's number 5. And then we have Missouri. I already mentioned that one. And that's it as far as top games in the AP top 25. High school football. High school football is going on, everyone. These games are this weekend. I won't go through the individual games. I'll just say good luck to everyone that are in the playoffs. Hopefully, we'll be able to dive more into it next week. Who won the City League? Does anyone know who won the Pittsburgh City League? If we could pull that up just to give congratulations to the winner for the Pittsburgh City League. And then what we need to do, we need to get moving with our NFL Week 10 picks.
Looks like University Prep Wildcats defeating
Peabody.
Westinghouse.
That's where Peabody used to be. How many teams are really in it anymore? So, it's usually University Prep against Alderdice and either Foot or Westinghouse.
Who did they beat, Ken?
Westinghouse.
Westinghouse. Got you.
They beat Westinghouse. What was the final?
I asked you for the ACC standings. I couldn't find my sheet. I have it right here.
Nice.
So, yeah.
How's Ken?
What's that?
What was the final score to Westinghouse University Prep?
26-0.
Wow.
All right, so moving on, our last topic for today, NFL picks. And this is Week 10. Go ahead, JT.
It's real quick, right back to high school football. How's Imani doing?
Imani is doing good. Imani is actually playing against Hopewell this Friday. My great-nephew, Trey Cameron, plays for Hopewell. He's a really good wide receiver. So that should be a really good game.
Where's that game at?
That's at where Chatham University plays, or their soccer field.
In Wilkinsburg.
In Wilkinsburg.
Oh, I'm going to have to run up there to that game.
Friday at 7 o'clock. Okay. All right. NFL, like I said, Week 10 picks. Tracy McCormick, what are you doing? What are you doing? Ralph's wife, Tracy McCormick, is kicking butt. I have to give her credit. But you know what? It's all about competition. Tracy, you're going down. You're going down. Trust me. Trust me. You better keep it going because I'm coming. I'm coming. Just want to let you know. Hey, we have how many more weeks left? This is week 10, so we have 9 weeks left, right? Counting this week. Is it 17? It's 18 weeks. Yeah, so that's right. So 9 more weeks of picking game. So there's time. There's time. All right. Anybody else we need to mention from the list, Ken?
You mentioned Tracy McCormick, who's in first, but who's she tied with?
Who is she? I thought she had a 1-game lead. Overall?
Two tied for first.
Who are the two? You and Tracy?
Yes.
Okay.
With 89 wins.
You had to include that.
With 89 wins.
And who's in second and third?
You have to go back to my 10 picks.
So Kevin's in second, and then Bobby Cameron is in third. Sorry, Kevin, you're in third place because we have a tie for first.
Right.
And then Bobby Cameron's in fourth, tied with Ralph McCormick. And then Eric Gibson brings up the.
All right, we don't need to go.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a little too far.
Yeah, but if you will do me a favor from the picks that I made 2 weeks ago when I forgot to put them in.
We don't got time to go through all those.
I mean, I'm not right now. We have less than 5
minutes.
4 minutes.
We're going to get these picks.
I want my picks back.
Well, you got to remember, set your timer, do what you got to do to get your picks in. Matter of fact, I
was in the hospital, Kev. Man.
Well, have your wife.
You had way more time than us.
Yeah.
Wow. You guys are really cruel.
Hey, we're just calling it the way it is. Let me make sure that
we talking to. Never mind.
That I have the music not too loud here, so they can
music. We want to hear that.
Make sure. Well, it's the NFL music, man. You calling it corny?
NFL music. Sounds like some disco music.
No, I'm saying when we make our picks.
That same music.
All right.
No, that sounds like Starsky and Hutch.
Now, I have no clue what you're talking about. Here we go. NFL Week 10 picks. And what we like to say, you can make these picks with us. There's multiple ways that you can win. You can win for the whole year, or you can win for a particular week. So even if you join us late, you can still be a weekly winner. So just text us and let us know, and I'll make sure you get the information to make your official picks, and you won't forget like JT. All right, so here we go. We have the Thursday night game, Las Vegas Raiders against Denver.
Denver.
Was that right? Forget to tell me I was right.
For who?
Going that different avenue with picking the Steeler game when we picked it.
Reverse psychology.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. I'll take it. Take it. So who we got? Denver.
Denver, of course.
We're all on Denver. All right. So this is a Sunday game across the pond over in Berlin, Germany. We have Atlanta versus
Colts.
Indianapolis.
Colts.
Yeah. We're all on Indy. Okay. New York Giants, football Giants, going to Chicago.
I'm going to take Chicago.
I like Chicago.
We're all in Chicago. All right. Buffalo travels down to Miami. Will Buffalo slip up?
No.
If
they do, it's probably on some.
We're all on Buffalo.
Or something.
All right. Baltimore at Minnesota. Can Baltimore, with Lamar Jackson's second game, start to stack some wins here and put some heat on our Pittsburgh Steelers? That's a 1:00 game.
It's at Minnesota.
Yeah.
Minnesota played a wonderful game against
J.J. McCarthy's back. I'm going to take Minnesota.
I like Minnesota myself.
I like Minnesota too. All right. Cleveland at the New York Jets.
Oh.
I'm going to take Cleveland.
Oh, yeah. I'm going with Cleveland.
You're going with Cleveland? I can't stand Cleveland. I'm going with the Jets.
They just traded away how many players? Their top players. You think that locker room is going to be bought in the rest of that season?
You know what, Ken? You sold me. I'm home in Cleveland. You sold me.
Yeah.
All right. New England at Tampa Bay.
Ooh, it's another one of those.
Yeah, this is going to be a really
Baker
good game.
Mayfield against.
But they're
Who's New England's quarterback?
Drake May.
Drake May.
But the thing is,
Drake May versus Baker Mayfield.
it didn't. Tampa Bay just lost another. Who else did they just lose?
Kayshon Boutte.
A lot of injuries.
Yeah, they're running backs out too.
I'm going with Tampa.
Tampa Bay. I'm
going with Tampa.
Yeah.
Who? Ramondre Stevenson?
Come on, JT. Who you got? Who you got?
I'm going with Tampa Bay.
All right. Okay, New Orleans at Carolina. Carolina's coming out
balling.
A big win in Green Bay, Lambeau Field.
Yep, taking Carolina.
The frozen tundra.
All right. We're all in Carolina. Carolina, JT?
Well, yeah, of course.
All right, this should be a good one, fellas. Jacksonville, they just acquired who? Jacoby Myers from the Raiders, wide receiver.
They ain't doing nothing with the receivers they got. I'm going
at Houston.
Is what's we call it back
from his concussion,
or is Mills playing? I like Mills better in there. I'm going with Houston.
You're going with the quarterback C.J. Stroud had a concussion, so he might not play.
I'm just right now. I'm going with Houston, but it'll be reflected on my.
I'm going to go with Jacksonville.
I'm going Jacksonville too. Arizona at Seattle. Arizona just played last night.
Seattle might be the best all-around team right now.
We're all going with Seattle.
Really
Seattle. All right.
Good team.
Los Angeles Rams versus San Francisco Giants. I can't remember who has the upper hand.
Is Purdy back?
I don't think Purdy's going to be back the rest of the year.
I'm going
he came
Rams,
back
fellas.
for a minute, and then but his toe.
Mac Jones?
It might be Mac Jones. But either way, I mean, they're both 6 and or.
Well, Puka Nakua's out, so I'm going with the Rams.
I like the Rams.
I'm going with Rams.
I'm going with San Francisco.
Oh, you're going with San Fran? Okay.
I'm going with the Rams.
I'm going Rams
Detroit.
Too.
We already know that.
Yes,
we're all going with Detroit over Washington in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
No, what you said about not picking the Steelers last is what you said that worked.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I thought you were talking about it again. We'll do it again. Why not? All right. Yeah, you get credit for that, JT. You get credit.
Chargers have no running game at all. I'm going with the Steelers.
Ken?
I think we're coming off of a big win. We're going to walk into it thinking we can do it again, but we are going to get beat by Los Angeles Chargers.
So, Ken, you're going with the Chargers?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going with the hometown Pittsburgh Steelers. I think it's time for the Steelers to make some statements out there in the NFL to let them know, hey, Ravens,
Kev, we only got 2 minutes left.
I know, I'm getting too excited.
Just to let you know, we're playing at LA.
That's okay.
Exactly.
You said
you
home
mean
team.
SoFi.
I'm talking about the home team.
I know. People don't know that.
Okay, guys.
Are we playing SoFi Stadium?
Pittsburgh Steelers.
All right.
Win 2 in a row. All right. Philadelphia at Green Bay. And that's the Monday night matchup.
Green Bay, I don't think Philly's going to be on one. I think Philly's going to blow them out.
Yeah, Philadelphia.
Philly, they just made some moves, picked up some players as well. All right, so we're all on Philly. Okay, so the buys, the team's on a buy, and this team needs a buy big time the way they're fighting. Dallas. Cincinnati and Dallas, the 2 worst defenses in the NFL, they have buys. And then we have Tennessee and Kansas City. They're all on the bye week, fellas. So we did a pretty good job. You know, we're a little over today. Hate to say it, that's not anything unusual, but we don't want to go too far over. So thanks to everyone that hung in there with us. If you missed any portion of the show, JT, what happens with these shows, man?
They're previously taped.
They're all recorded. So you can go back, and we just started doing some new stuff too. We started doing different segment cuts. Thanks to my daughter, Kiera Cameron. She does a good job with that. And so if you don't want to watch the whole show, we do different cuts, and you can watch the cuts as well. JT, 30 seconds.
Well, once again, thank you to our listeners. And people who watch us on YouTube or followers as well. Remember to always look after your loved ones and check on your loved ones, especially the ones that are seniors, because they don't They don't get the kind of attention the young ones do these days. And just be kind to somebody. It only takes a quick second to say something nice. Or if someone's having a bad day, just respond nice. It might change their day. Stay blessed. God bless you, and thank you.
Ken.
Yeah, just wanted to say thank you all for listening. Thank you all for tuning in again. Check out the upcoming Penguins weekly update show that's coming, that will be hitting your YouTube in the next week. Thank you all. Please subscribe. It's something free you can do to support us. Free. You don't have to do anything but subscribe, and you get updates in your notifications. But thank you again for tuning in. We couldn't do this without you.
And I'm just going to add to what Ken said. Please subscribe to YouTube. Also subscribe on the radio stream at pghdsn.com. We are a 24/7 radio station. We appreciate your support. Please share the information. We want as many people as possible to listen and try to listen to this program or watch this program live as well, because most people listen to the recording, which is great, but we like live interaction as well. But either way, just continue to listen, and we appreciate you. Come back next Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. for another version of Soul Take. And fellas, I'm going to you have something else you want to say? And hold on, and which is cool because our roll-off music I have to queue up. So
I was just saying, let our listeners know when our next live remote post game is going to be as well. So
yeah,
put it on their calendar.
I mentioned that earlier, but what's the date on that, Ken? It's the next Steelers
day game. Yes,
at
day
Cleveland?
game. It will be Bengals.
At home.
Sunday the 16th, 1 o'clock against Cincinnati, not Cleveland.
And the
Cincinnati
location?
Bengals will be home.
Cloud 33.
Oh,
Penn
I thought
Hills.
you meant the game.
Yep.
Cloud 33 in Penn Hills, Pennsylvania. If you're listening from outside the city, if you're from here, we'll be at Cloud 33 Cigar Bar in Penn Hills, right off of Rhode Island Road. Check us out. It's free to come through. TVs, great ambiance. Bring your cigars.
Great time.
Yeah, have a great time.
Great time.
TVs everywhere to watch the game. Come join us.
Definitely. So again, check out all of our content. I know you'll love it. And it's Pittsburgh's DSEN. We're making moves, so we appreciate everyone's support. We'll go ahead and sign off, and everyone,
God bless.
Please be safe and enjoy all the blessings that God has given you. Everyone, take care.